What's up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the Ether. So the Ether is the mono-metal follow-up to the Apathy, which are both yo-yos that were commissioned, designed, and done by my friend Dave McAvoy. Dave's not a yo-yo company, but Dave is a yo-yo collector that knows what he likes, and he did the bimetal because it's basically what he wanted, and that went really well for him. He sold all those out. I think those were like $60 for a really great yo-yo. And the machine shop convinced Dave to go ahead and do a mono-metal in a very similar fashion, and this is the Ether. So let's go ahead and talk about the specs. So 44 millimeters wide, 44.1 millimeters wide. The diameter is 55.84 millimeters. The gap is 4.56 millimeters, and it has a 8 millimeter axle, center track bearing, 19 millimeter pads, and it weighs in at a very, very nice and light 63 grams. Gotta say, really digging it. Really digging it. I think I actually like this more than the bimetal version. I am sort of more of a mono-metal player type of guy. It's a lot more chill than the bimetal. A lot of people who I've talked to have said, or who Dave has talked to, have said that this plays lighter than the bimetal version, although it is a little bit heavier. I think the bimetal was like 62 grams, and this is about 63, but the weight is a little bit more evenly distributed, so it's a little less powerful. Not to say that it's not powerful in long spinning, it is for a mono-metal, but it's not a bimetal, clearly, because it's just a mono-metal. These are going to be $45 shipped, $40 if you just want to buy it right off of Dave, and the $45 shipped, and I think that's a really solid price for a yo-yo that's, I mean, awesome. If you were to throw this and tell me, oh, this is a CLYW, I'd be like, yeah, it's CLYW smooth, because it is, and it's really nice. Not really CLYW shaped, though, but it got them nice curves, and it just really, it's very aesthetically pleasing, and it's fun to play. It's great on the string as well. Got a nice little button in there. You can actually finger spin around that button pretty well, and you could probably actually, I'm not that good at like hitting it dead on and like kind of doing these kind of finger spins, but it would work with that as well. No, can't really thumb grind. I mean, you could, but it's not gonna like lock in. There's no IGR in there, but that's fine. Totally doable. Great blast finish. I really like, he went through FPM to do this. I really like the finishes FPM puts on yo-yos. It's pretty much the same as the Apathy was. Just that nice sort of light blast, and it just feels good. It looks good. It's like a sort of charcoal gray. It's like almost black, but not quite. Really good looking colorway. I really like this color a lot. I can't say that I've seen this color like charcoaly black on many yo-yos. Looks really good with a white string as well. Big fan. Big fan. Big fan of Dave. Dave's a cool dude. I know him personally. He lives here in Pittsburgh. We meet up for coffee every now and then. Great dude. Honestly, honest to God, Dave is an awesome guy, and this is an awesome yo-yo that he made, and I couldn't be happier for Dave. And check links down in the description. Basically, just want to get a hold of Dave, and he'll take care of you, get you a yo-yo. It's great. I really, really like it. Let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, we are back with the Ether. First thing you'll notice is that it plays very much like the bimetal, if you have the bimetal, if you played it, but it's just the mono-metal version. So I really like that design aspect of it. If you didn't get the bimetal, I would suggest getting the mono-metal, because for me, I think this is actually a better, I like this more. Spins a long time, nice long spin times, feels very nice, but still kind of a rather, it's a lot more chill, a lot less competition-y, it's a lot more of a chill yo-yo, but still, like, you know, just kind of a good, like, everyday carry type of yo-yo. It's not too big, not too small. It's kind of one of those yo-yos that, like, I don't think anybody would play this and be like, yeah, I don't like it. Like, it's really just nice. Except I can't get my Eli hops today. Anyway. Dead smooth on the grinds. Grind finish is great. Some grinds are doable. You got to get it on a little bit of an angle to get it in there because there's no IGR, but definitely doable. Finger spins, very nice. And nice. It's just nice. Plays nice. Does what you want it to do. Very stable. I'm not having a hard time keeping this on plane at all. Not tilty or anything. I mean, it's just nice. Spins a long time, is very stable. I mean, what more could you want? That's a cool shape too. It's like very sort of nice rounded over H shape. It catches real nice like when you bind. Handles a little bit of speed. Flops nice. Yeah. Yeah! Dig it. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart, show you guys the insides, and then we can do pros and cons. Alright, let's take the ether apart. I was talking to Dave about it this morning, and he was worried about what kind of strings he was sending with it. I'm like, dude, just send a string. It's just a string. So, word of the wise, if you're not changing your strings because you don't like whatever company it is, just put your favorite string on the yo-yo. Have enough of those. That's literally what you have to do. Everybody's not going to like the same strings. But I think Dave's sending, like, nice stuff, so it's not like he's just sending some kind of crappy... I can't remember what he said, but it was like something decent. It was like Snakebite or something. Like something decent. Decent enough. Not terrible. You know, not a boutique string, but nobody sends boutique strings on their yo-yos unless you buy the Zipline Strings yo-yo. But that's another video. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take it apart. Although I already did that and then I put it back together. Alright. So, as you can see here, stainless steel axle. Goes to that sort of cloudy silicone response. It is absolutely flush. The response in this is great. Great response. I've had, it's not sticky, it's not like grabby, and it's not slippy at all. It's pretty much perfect. This response works really well with this gap size because this is a little bit of a grabbier response, but with a little bit wider gap, this actually works out pretty much perfectly. I like all the cuts here. Kind of flattens out there, but that's rounded over just a touch. Nice cut there, a couple cuts in there, and even along the ridge there. Yeah, it's looking good. You can kind of see where there's like little ridges in there. Very cool. I like that a lot. The cup sort of is the inverse of that as well. It's just very aesthetically pleasing to me. I like cuts in yo-yos. You'll see when my yo-yo comes out, lots of cuts, and I think cuts look good. Center track bearing spins good. My speaker's turned back on. Spins good. Came apart nice. It's going back together nice. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome yo-yo. Would be a great everyday carry yo-yo. $45 shipped. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Nice premium yo-yo. 10 out of 10. Dead smooth. What more do you want? Let's do pros and cons. Pros. Dave's a cool guy. You should get this yo-yo because it's a good yo-yo. Nice blast finish. Feels really good. Finger spins, very doable. Very nice finger spins on this, but without being a like lock-in finger spin yo-yo that I feel like that's kind of gimmicky and hurts the play of the yo-yo. This has great play and is very finger spin capable, which I like a lot. Thumb grinds are doable, but there's no IGR. That's not a con. It works, and it all works together with aesthetics and everything, and I like that. Dead smooth, so smooth. I mean, like 10 out of 10, just CLYW level, out of the box, perfect. And I really like that. I like that Dave went through FPM. FPM does great stuff, and this is a great machined yo-yo. This is probably the best Chinese machining that exists is through FPM. So like Yo-Yo Friends and them, and I'm pretty sure they do like CLYW stuff, or at least some of it. Them and like Yo-Yo Empire are probably the two shops that just consistently pump out the best stuff, or just the best machined, smoothest stuff that's coming out of China, and this is right up there with them. I love this color. It's all one color. It's only this color. It's just a good color. It really is just this kind of like smoky charcoal black. It just looks good. It looks good with a white string. It would look good with any colored string you would put on it. This is the string Dave gave me. I think he said this is a YoYo String Lab. It was a little thick for me, but looks good. Looks great. Just works for everything. I mean, this is sort of an everything kind of yo-yo. Really nice yo-yo, and it was great to catch up with Dave a little bit this morning to get to play with it. Cons, there's really none. You can't get it in a store. You just got to contact Dave directly. That's not really a con. That's just sort of Dave wanted some yo-yos, and he's got to sell them directly because he's not a yo-yo company. He's just Dave. And I think you should contact him because this is great. I love this, and I'm a big fan of Dave, and I'm a big fan of this yo-yo. But I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. Check all the links down in the description. This is how you can pick up the Ether. Contact Dave. Tell him I sent you. Tell him that you want to play the coolest mono metal ever. Well, maybe not ever, but it's pretty cool. Tell him you want to play a good mono metal. The Ether is really good, and for 45 bucks shipped, I don't think you can go wrong. This is a great price, great yo-yo. I like Dave a lot too. Dave's a great dude. It's all wins, just wins across the board. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.